Recap Alchemy Emperor of the Divine Dao, Chapter 11117, Chapter Hat. In the dim, echoing chamber of the ancient tomb, a voice as cold and eternal as stone itself resonated. Here, take it, brats. At once, 10 jade vials materialized upon the ground. Aligned with pristine symmetry, each vial gleamed with a faint inner light, one for each member of the victorious ensemble. The rules were simple. The spoils of triumph did not favor the diligent over the complacent. Each received equal measure. Hands moved swiftly to claim their prize, yet Xia Wuke held a quiet advantage. The spear-wielding subordinate at his side was clearly bound to him, and thus all rewards of merit would flow to the proud young warrior. Ling Han's fingers closed around his own vial, noting its plainness, the lack of any mark or label. He turned to the stone tablet, curiosity flickering in his gaze. "Pray tell, what manner of pills are these?" "Purple pattern mountain river pills," came the impassive reply. A ripple of uncertainty spread among the group. None had ever heard of such a concoction. The tablet continued, its voice carrying the weight of judgment. Upon consumption, one's strength rises by 1 star for 2 hours span. Ling Han's brow lifted, tinged with disappointment. "So trivial?" "Trivial?" The tablet's tone sharpened with mild rebuke. "You should show gratitude for even a humble gift. Recall, you have only surmounted the first level. Did you expect treasures of legend at this stage?" Ling Han's eyes sparkled with intrigue. "So, the trials grow ever more rewarding as we ascend the higher levels?" "Indeed," the stone tablet intoned. "Your prowess will dictate the magnitude of your gains." A flame of ambition sparked in the hearts of the young prodigies. It was not mere greed that drove them, but the indomitable will to prove themselves, the unyielding desire to claim supremacy through skill and power. Ling Han's gaze sharpened. "What of the subsequent trials? What awaits us?" The tablet's response was curt, wrapped in enigmatic amusement. "Why should I reveal all? Experience shall be your only teacher. Yet, heed this, the second level is a labyrinth of shifting paths. Only those who emerge within 2 hours shall taste reward. Teaming is forbidden. Each must face this trial alone. Proceed when ready." As the tablet's voice faded, a grand staircase unfurled before them, carved from shadow and stone, winding upward toward the unknown. Duan's grin was quick to break the tension, stepping forth first. "Hey! Onward!" His feet met the steps with eager rhythm. Ling Han paused, gaze fixed upon the looming ascent. A tomb of ancient lineage, yet brimming with trials and tribulations. Why such measures, he wondered? Even a lingering will of the tomb's master would suffice to guard his resting place. Why this elaborate theater of tests, rewards, and selection, as though summoning disciples for a mighty sect? Despite his contemplations, the promise of advancement and spoils urged him onward. "Ling Han, do you not wish to test yourself against me?" Xia Wuke's voice rang sharp, his finger pointed with commanding authority. Ling Han's lips curved into a confident smile. "Come at me! I shall not slay you, for we fought side by side. Yet heed this, you are not the strongest. There are always those who surpass you. Do not let arrogance blind you." Xia Wuke's words, candid and unflinching, struck a chord. Ling Han's first impression of him as narrow-minded dissolved. In its place arose respect for the youth's straightforwardness. Ling Han's smile deepened. "Then I shall grant you mercy, for your honesty earns you life. Let your understanding of your own limits be the lesson." "Arrogance itself," Xia Wuke laughed, cold and sharp. "Very well, let us see whose strength prevails." He drew a breath, and over 60 divine patterns ignited across his hands. Luminous and fierce, behind him, 4 grand mountains and rivers rose, radiating with dreadful power. His aura surged. 6 stars of mastery shimmered within his presence. Ling Han's eyes gleamed with amusement. "And you think such power enough to threaten me?" Though formidable, Xia Wuke's 6-star might could not yet pierce Ling Han's defenses, which had already proven stalwart beyond measure. "Not all." Xia Wuke's hand moved, summoning a black arm armor, sliding it onto his limb. The engraved patterns blazed to life, divine energy weaving rapidly into his form. The number of patterns on his hands swelled, 71 in total. Another star of strength ignited. Ling Han's brow arched in surprise. "You did not wield this god tool against the stone statue formation?" "I could not," Xia Wuke replied openly. "The armor is damaged. Enduring only a quarter hour, its aid would have faltered against the formation's prolonged trial." A low chuckle escaped Ling Han. Confident, then, that you can best me within 15 minutes? More than sufficient, Xiaowuqi boasted, his aura near that of the pseudo-Sun Moon tier. His secret techniques alone could threaten Ling Han's very life. Ling Han's laugh rang like rolling thunder. From his grasp, the lion seal emerged. This divine relic, capable of 10 uses, might shorten under prolonged exertion, yet he resolved to wield it. Pressing the seal to his chest, his body shimmered with divine patterns, cascading across his skin. 800 in total, a storm of celestial power manifest. A gasp erupted from Shokui. Awe and shock etched upon his face. From 71 patterns to 800, the gulf of might was a chasm few could fathom. Ling Han's force now rivaled the consummate Sun-Moon tier itself. Even prodigies might falter against such a towering presence. I surrender, Shouke admitted, bitterness threading his words. Ling Han's grin was merciless. Surrender? With the lion seal unleashed? How could I permit leniency? He surged forward, hands outstretched, the divine patterns crackling with inexhaustible power. A single grasp was sufficient. Techniques were superfluous against such disparity. Xiaowuke was seized, and the pummeling commenced. Blow after blow, Ling Han's strength rained down, a relentless storm. Though respect for Xiaowuke softened Ling Han's heart slightly, restraint was minimal. He delivered justice as he saw fit. You've gone too far! Xiaowuke cried. Pain and indignation mingled. Ling Han ignored the protest, each strike a lesson in humility. The spear-wielding subordinate watched in stupefaction. A figure once invincible among young King tier cultivators now lay battered before someone marginally weaker by rank. A truth undeniable, shocking, and absolute. After a measured onslaught, Ling Han cast Xiaowuke aside, towering in strength and pride. Ling Han, I shall wash away this humiliation when we meet again at the majestic heaven sect. Xiaowuke's voice echoed, a promise of future confrontation. Ling Han laughed, rich and confident. You will not prevail. The distance between their cultivation levels narrowed swiftly. Ling Han's ascent in power relentless, each step drawing him closer to the Sun-Moon tier. The chasm that once separated Mountain River and Sun-Moon tiers trembled before his unyielding ambition. Grasping Shui Yanyu's hand, he turned to the stairway leading upward, voice soft yet full of resolve. Wife, let us proceed. Together, they advanced toward the second level, the labyrinth of trials awaiting, and the legend of their deeds ready to unfold anew. In the shadowed corridors of the Black Tower, the air trembled with latent power, and the weight of unseen trials pressed upon the souls of those daring to step within. Ling Han's voice cut through the quiet tension, calm yet commanding. According to that unreliable stone tablet, the next trial is a labyrinth. Moreover, we cannot form teams and must face it alone. Do you wish to enter the Black Tower? Shui Yanyu's eyes glimmered with resolve as she shook her head firmly. No, I wish to attempt it myself. Ling Han's brow furrowed with concern. It may be dangerous. I know, she replied with a nod, her gaze locking with his in earnest devotion. I don't want to be a burden. I wish to help you. A wave of emotion washed over Ling Han at her words, the depth of her affection stirring something in his heart. Yet, his response betrayed his playful irreverence. Then let's have kids first. Shui Yanyu's exasperated laugh rang through the chamber, her eyes rolling at his audacity. Ling Han only chuckled, pulling her into a brief embrace. Be careful, he murmured, pressing a tender kiss to her forehead before striding into the labyrinthine second level. Shui Yanyu hesitated, but her attention was quickly captured by two divine seals that had mysteriously appeared in her pocket, the Vajra seal and the Lion seal. Ling Han had vanished beyond the stairs before she could speak, leaving her with the artifacts that carried both protection and trust. The walls before her stretched in chaotic disorder, the stones arranged as though they themselves were alive, twisting and turning with a will of their own. Separated from Ling Han, she recalled the perils they had faced in the tomb before. Within this vast structure, even the mountain river, Sun Moon, and heavenly body tier cultivators had been scattered. Ling Han's thoughtful gift of the divine seals now rested in her hands, silent proof of his concern and foresight. Steeling herself, she began analyzing the labyrinth's shifting formations, her mind weaving through possibilities and hidden paths. In parallel, Ling Han surveyed the labyrinth with eyes sharp as lightning. The stone walls moved. seemingly of their own accord, constantly reshaping the paths and confounding any who dared to tread without caution. We must traverse this labyrinth within 2 hours, he mused, determination gleaming in his eyes. We must discern the pattern behind its restless stones. A confident smile curved his lips. He had navigated countless ancient formations in his past life, his senses now sharpened far beyond ordinary comprehension. With each flicker of divine insight, his mind mapped the labyrinth's movements, following the walls with rapid, precise observation. Time and space became his allies. Every shift in the formation recorded, every twist committed to memory. The labyrinth's intricate design, with its 36 transformations and 7 treacherous traps, was formidable, yet Ling Han's spirit burned with anticipation. I am ready, he decided. With fluid grace, he stepped into the stone maze, gliding left and right with the relaxed poise of a master of both mind and body. Within an hour, the chaotic stone gave way to a grand hall, a testament to the labyrinth's deceptive simplicity. Here, prodigies like Xiao Sisi, Duan, and even the formidable Xiao Wu had already gathered, their prowess evident yet still tested against the labyrinth's design. The hall itself bore a stone tablet, ancient and imposing, awaiting acknowledgement. Ling Han inclined his head to Xiao Sisi and the others, offering a nod of camaraderie before addressing the tablet with his characteristic boldness. I've passed. Where is my reward? The tablet's voice boomed with indignation, almost comically. Brat, remember to call me senior. Ling Han tilted his head, curiosity sparking in his eyes. And what shall I call you, senior? The assembled prodigies leaned in, eager for knowledge of the tomb's origins, of the vast intellect capable of shaping a cosmic resting place among the stars. A booming laugh reverberated from the stone, filled with ancient pride and exaggerated grandeur. Back in my day, I galloped across the universe, invincible for a generation. You may call me the invincible paragon saint. Even the gathered prodigies could not help but shake their heads at such audacity, recognizing the power that once flowed through this being while silently questioning the arrogance of claiming invincibility. Ling Han, unfazed, repeated the title without a hint of respect, provoking the tablet further. Oh, so it's Senior Invincible, he said lightly, eyes glinting with amusement. The tablet huffed in vexation, its pride evident. Bunch of brats. Back in my day, never mind. A real man need not boast. Yet, with a reluctant exhale, it surrendered a reward. A vial of pills appearing on the ground, Ling Han's gaze fell upon it with measured disappointment. Purple pattern Mountain River pill? He murmured, the corners of his mouth twitching. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong, the tablet cried, emphasizing each syllable. This pill is greater than the last. 1 star more power. Ling Han's expression remained unimpressed. Alchemists, even capable ones, often produced varying quality pills, yet his mastery rendered such distinctions trivial. You speak in riddles, yet it remains merely a slightly improved pill, he said with a shake of his head, placing the vial carefully into his possession. Even a gift from a figure of legend must be acknowledged, yet it did little to excite the Alchemy Emperor. Turning to the next challenge, Ling Han queried, What awaits us in the next trial? The invincible paragon, Saint's response was a curt humph, unyielding as ever. You hope for special treatment? Dream on, brat. Ling Han laughed, the sound ringing with youthful irreverence. I'll treat you with respect, yet I remain different. Is that not reason enough for a backdoor? For a moment, silence reigned. Then, the ancient tablet sighed, a mixture of exasperation and reluctant amusement threading through its voice. I see now. You are an even more troublesome brat than I imagined. In that timeless hall of shifting stone and whispered legacy, the trial had only begun. Yet Ling Han's laughter and resolve echoed like thunder, a herald of the challenges he was destined to overcome.